Hello, and welcome to another video here on the Double D's channel. I'm Robo Duke. That's your first D.
D nice. Second D.
Yeah, what's up, guys? We're finally back with another one of our instant reaction videos. I should have known you were going to do that. This is our instant reaction.
Weirdest noises happen.
Yeah, this is for the movie Tusk, which just came out today. We just got back from seeing Kevin Smith's, written and directed by Kevin Smith.
And edited.
And almost everything, I guess. This is a movie you wanted to see more than me. You kind of introduced me to...
I so wanted to see this movie.
You introduced me to this movie.
Huge Smodcast fan. Kevin Smith's podcast, it started out with him and Scott Mosier.
Right.
Just basically being two guys who don't hang out and they wanted to catch up. So once a week they get together and they just talk. And they talk about nothing, and it's awesome. Because the two of them just start laughing so hard, you cannot help but get into their conversation.
So it's weirdly autobiographical. Like, it's inspired by an episode of their show.
There's an episode in the show called The Walrus and the Carpenter. I think it's like episode 260 or 269 or something.
Which actually referenced in the ending credits of the movie.
And it was based on a guy who put an ad in like a London paper that he was looking for a lodger to stay in his house, but the only thing is you had to dress up like a walrus. And they were...
And it was like a great price, too. Like, it was obviously like a joke or something.
Yeah, they weren't sure if it was. They found out it was. But the whole point was eventually, during the whole podcast, they were talking about, this can go horribly wrong, what if the guy does this? And they basically were talking about it, and you hear, like, Scott being like, that was funny. And Kevin Smith's like, no, dude, I want to make this. Like, I want to fucking make, like, this is a film that I need to make. So he then went on Twitter and said, hashtag walrus yes if you wanted him to make it.
I did see that hashtag.
Hashtag walrus no if you didn't.
Yeah, they actually had the hashtag in a trailer I watched at the end. It was walrus yes.
He said everyone but one person said no. And the one person who said no only did it because he was like, well, one person has to say no, but I really want you to make this.
Nice.
And that is how this movie, like, this is a fan movie.
Which is really neat. This makes me think a lot about another movie I believe came out this year, was the Veronica Mars movie, which was kickstarted, much in the way Veronica Mars was made for the fans, which I'm a bit of a Veronica Mars fan, only recently. But being a big Smodcast fan, yeah, we walked out and you were like, that was a movie made for people who listen to his show.
Yes.
And the premise of the movie I had known all the way up into seeing it was that it was Kevin Smith's Human Centipede. Because like you said, it's a man who wants a roommate to dress and act like a walrus.
Yes. And then the story goes from there where he's no longer making you dress like one, he is turning you into one.
Right, so that is the premise of the movie, actually, is that, which he puts his own autobiographical spin on it by being like, it's about two guys, Justin Long and Haley Joel Osment, who do a podcast about interesting, weird people. And he even says in the movie, it's just about making him laugh, about making Haley Joel Osment laugh, which Kevin Smith obviously does for Scott Mosier, as you said. They just like to sit around and laugh.
Scott Mosier is a funny guy. You do not realize how funny he is until he's just talking off the cuff, plain and normal.
Yeah, because when I think of him, I just think of Snowball.
Oh my god!
I think Scott Mosier. I'm like, it's Snowball from Clerks. That's exactly who it is.
So I have mixed emotions about this movie.
Yeah, I think this movie has mixed emotions about itself, where Kevin Smith is trying really hard to maybe not trying really hard. He is giving his fans something different and new. This is not a View Askew movie, it's a Smodcast production.
View Askew is gone, Smodcast is in.
Yeah, so he's trying to do this under his own name, and I feel he does get away from himself a little bit in some of the moments where, like, Michael Parks, who plays the crazy Howard Howe, who wants to turn Justin Long's character Wallace. His name's Wallace. Oh, Wallace. Still. Anyway, Michael Parks is probably the best part of this movie. There are scenes that are very sort of Quentin Tarantino, where there's just these very long, like, intense conversations, or just funny conversations that Michael Parks is having with Justin Long, which was some of my favorite parts of the movie.
But, no, that's Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith he writes. Yeah. He is a writer who just will put a camera in front of two guys and just have two guys talk for 2 hours.
Yeah, and while
That's what he loves to do. That's what he's good at.
Yeah.
But what I'm impressed with is that this movie did show more of his directing capability.
No, definitely. There were moments that showed there is a great director in Kevin Smith. If you can, but he, like I say, he still goes back to his old stuff where like there are made up brands of things. You know, there's the what was the name of the convenience store?
Oh my god!
It was like it was A to Z, spelled EH.
Yes, and then the drink that he was drinking out of was
Chug A Lug.
Chug A Lug. Because he also loves Canada.
This is like a thing Kevin Smith...
Because him and Scott Mosier's Smodcast has become almost all about Canada and just how wacky Canadians are.
Right.
And it is hilarious. It makes me want to move to Canada because they're so funny.
Which is neat because the movie takes place in Canada, and I'm guessing it was also filmed in Canada, as I know.
It was not.
It wasn't filmed in Canada?
Was not.
What?
But this is also his love letter to the true north of Canada.
Right.
His next trilogy is the True North trilogy.
Right.
All about Canadians.
So we'll be doing 2 more movies about Canadians after this one, but yeah, like there were parts I really liked in this movie, and then parts that I feel dragged on for a little too long.
I have to agree.
Like it didn't know what it wanted. Haley Joel Osment hasn't really become that great of an actor. There were parts I could notice where he was supposed to be serious. He was almost laughing, which is understandable when you meet Guy Lapointe. Which I don't want to spoil that for
No,
anybody.
we're not going to, but...
We're not going to spoil that.
So, like, I'm looking and I was like, is that?
Yeah.
There's that? And you're like, oh! Like, I think the movie theater turned around because he was just like, oh my god, it is!
Yeah, thankfully it was a little empty, so no one was disturbed by my outburst. Yeah, it's... there. Guy Lapointe is a shining point in this movie. You'll
Justin
know him
Long
when you
is
see
a shining point.
Justin Long's not bad, and it's weird because, like I said, the movie doesn't know what it wants to be. I feel like it's trying to be something deeper about, you know, what is the line between animal and man, you know, and emotions and thing, and it tries to be somewhat serious, and then at other points, it tries to be really funny.
Yeah, it definitely...
It's got this, like, my emotions kept moving, and it wasn't as gory as I thought, which was something I liked. That it was more Kevin Smith, not more...
I didn't think it was going to be gory.
Somebody said Human Centipede. I said Kevin Smith's Human Centipede.
Because he's turning someone into an animal.
Yeah, but it's so much more...
That's why.
Yeah, I was expecting him to go full horror. Like, he was going to go full hostile on me with this movie.
Yeah,
he was going to go full Eli Roth.
Expected that.
I thought he really did. I thought he was going to really try to do something different, but he did. It wasn't Eli Roth at all. It's still very Kevin Smith.
I think my only... my few complaints is... And on the car right here, I thought about it more, and I was like, I don't think I was too impressed with the walrus suit.
Yeah, no.
But then I was also like, but you know what? It's supposed to be a homemade suit, so it's not supposed to look perfect.
No.
So I was kind of like, all right, in that aspect, it is what it is, and I didn't mind it as much. I loved Michael Parks.
Yeah,
I love Guy Lapointe. I love the two of them. I love Justin Long.
The girlfriend character's not bad. Don't know her name. I feel kind of sexist for not remembering the only lady in this movie.
Something like Genesis something.
She wasn't bad, but then the little cameos in there too. Kevin Smith's daughter, someone else's daughter, his wife, as always.
But then the thing is, like, the Guy Lapointe and the Michael Parks scene, I thought went a little too long.
Yeah, that was the one scene where I was like, this is really dragging.
I think
Kevin Smith was enjoying having those two on screen too much.
It's like, he's like, man, I got these two powerhouses, let me display their acting chops. And I'm like, yeah, you did, and I liked the scene. Michael Parks was great, because you know what his character's doing in that scene.
Yeah.
But you're also kind of like, alright, this could have been like 3 minutes shorter.
Yeah, it kind of runs in circles for a little bit. So, I guess our feelings are very mixed on this movie. It's not really a horror movie. It's not really a comedy movie.
It's a harmony?
I mean, but not like Cabin in the Woods is kind of a horror, a dark horror comedy. This is... I don't know. It's a Kevin Smith horror. It's if Kevin Smith tries to make a horror movie.
Because most dark comedies turn from comedies and go to horror.
Right.
This was all the way through.
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah, it didn't kind of make that turn.
It never went. It was never
full horror, and it was never full comedy. Yeah.
It was never Shaun of the Dead.
Yes.
Where you're like, horror from this point on.
It does jump back and forth a bit, but that does it a little better than this movie does.
Yeah.
It blurs the line between horror and comedy a lot, not as good as Shaun of the Dead does in Tusk.
So, final reaction.
My final reaction would be, obviously, as demonstrated by Dennis here, Mr. D. Nice, if you're a Smodcast fan and you knew about this movie, you may have already seen it by the time you're watching this, and if not, and you haven't heard about this, but you know about the Smodcast, this movie's for you. So I guess you should probably go see it. Me, I enjoyed it because it was weird, and it was unsettling a little bit, like in both its content and its structure. You know, like you're like, I'm feeling like I should laugh here, and now I feel like I should be disgusted, and now I should feel like uneasy about this, and now I feel sorry for this guy, and now I don't feel sorry for this guy. It's a very, it was interesting. Yeah, so it's like if you like Kevin Smith, I say go see it. If you'd like to see where Kevin Smith has where he's gone since the last time you saw him, because the last time I saw a Kevin Smith movie was
Probably James
Make a Porno. I watched that actually.
Oh, that was actually very good.
Yeah, movie. And I actually liked that, but that was more Kevin Smith than this. That was still. So what your thoughts? Because I'm just going to keep rambling.
See Red State.
That was one
of
his
his movie before this. Great movie.
Yeah.
If you're a Smodcast fan, you're already going to go see it. Go see it. It's great. If you're not a Smodcast fan, see it, but I think you can wait for on demand.
Yeah, I feel like it's like if you like horror, if you want to see something that's trying something new. I mean, obviously this is probably the first movie inspired by a podcast that I know of.
Yeah, I don't think there's any others.
Yeah, I mean, like it says at the beginning, based on true events, and it's like, well, it's based on the true events of these guys having a conversation on a podcast.
True events!
And a joke article, or a joke posting someone.
So, but I definitely, I don't want to say don't see it, but I definitely want to say see it, but see it on your terms.
Yeah, don't shell out too much money for it.
Don't have the Kevin Smith name discourage you, and I think that's the problem. A lot of people associate Kevin Smith with a certain kind of filmmaking,
or that he's had like a fall from grace over the last bunch of years.
Exactly, but the thing is, he's really picked himself up. I don't want to say grown as a director, but he's definitely shown that he's changed as a director and as a writer. Yeah. He is still a wordsmith.
Oh, totally. Like I said, the conversations were like some of the best parts was just Michael Parks reading that dialogue.
And that's what makes Red State so great, is that Michael Parks...
Oh, he's in that too?
Yes.
Okay, so I gotta see this now.
Off screen, I'll tell you more, but we need to end this now.
Yeah, we want to keep it nice and short and concise without getting too spoilery.
It was good. I liked it. I'm totally going to send this to Kevin Smith. Hopefully he watches it. If you do, totally give me a comment, Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
I love your podcast.
Let
us know.
We grew up on your movies,
We are doing what you tell us to do every day. Kevin Smith says, take a friend, record yourself, and put on the internet. We're doing this because of you.
Yeah, so thank you for an enjoyable, still enjoyable. You know what? I feel very weird about recommending it, but I found it enjoyable for the weird thing that it was.
And I think it's going to take a certain person to get it.
Yeah.
But if you get it, you're going to walk away saying, that was good. You're going to walk away saying, I got it, and it was good. And
maybe you'll shed a tear.
My other friends should see it. This is definitely going to be a friend telling a friend to see it.
Yeah.
Because you're going to know your friends. You're going to know if your friends are going to get it. Yep. And if you get it and your friends will get it, you will tell your friends to see it.
Yeah, so if you've been away from Kevin Smith for a while, now might be the time to come back and see what he's doing.
I agree.
Because this was definitely my first trip back since, what was it called? Something Make a Porno? I can't remember. Zack and Miri Make a Porno. So, thank you for watching this instant reaction video to Tusk here on the Double D's channel. Be sure to comment below if you are going to go see Tusk, or if you're feeling kind of weird about it, like I'm sure a lot of people are. Especially not really knowing what it is, and now finding out that it's very different, So give us a thumbs up if you like the video.
Thumbs up.
Subscribe. Comment. All that good stuff. Tell your friends. Keep on being awesome and watching our videos. And until then, don't answer any weird ads about staying in someone's place and dressing up as animals.
Who cares if they have adventures? Go make your own adventures.
And never say Hitler in an airport.
That was a funny one.
That was the best line in the movie, man. Catch you guys another time. Take it easy.